So, Blessing CEO, who happens to be a controversial blogger in Nigeria, has taken it upon herself to give Veekee James a counsel that I would like to say is worth $1 billion plus. Okay, I do know that most often than not, a lot of people do not necessarily agree with Blessing CEO, but in this regard, Blessing CEO has said something that any older sister or, anyone who care about you, your life, your spouse, your marriage, your relationship would say. Now, it's important for people to understand that good or bad advice can come from anyone, but it's up to you to decide which one you want to take. Now, who is Veekee James? Let's start with that. Now, Veekee James is a Nigerian entrepreneur and also a gospel singer. Okay, her name is Victoria James, born on the 9th of June 1995. She is popularly known as Veekee James, a Nigerian fashion designer, gospel singer, and entrepreneur. She is the founder of Veekee James, a fashion brand, and also the convener of Zion Worship, a monthly gospel concert. She was the recipient of African Music Viewers' Choice Award for Best Designer of the Year in May 2023. Okay. Now, this woman is an entrepreneur. She's quite young and she has done so well because she, from what we heard, comes from a very humble background. She is from Akwa Ibom State. I stand to be corrected. They say she was born in Ajegule. What that means is that she comes from a very humble background, but she has been able to push herself against all odds to be where she is now. Now, she started making rounds on social media when she got married because she had this wedding that took like 1 or 2 weeks, if I am not mistaken. The wedding took so long and people started talking about it, what waste and all of that. And then after the wedding, she is somebody who is known to be well, as in like she has a craft that is admirable. People admire her for her craft, like Blessing CEO said. And she does what she knows how to do best, and she does it so well, unapologetically. She's out there, she's doing well. But after the marriage, after the wedding that took like 1 or 2 weeks, it does seem as if she decided to forget about her craft, and right now she has turned herself into a content creator, and it does seem as if she's creating content with her husband. So, Blessing woke up to tweets that have been making rounds on social media, where some people compared the husband to Veekee James to Regina Daniels and, Chioma Adeleke. And I don't understand that kind of comparison because Davido has come out to tell us that Chioma Adeleke met him before he made money, and Chioma has said the same thing. So, I don't know. I cannot just oppose their comparison. Now, Regina Daniels, I can understand that, okay, perhaps she got married to this man because of money. At least that's the notion everybody has got. So right now, basically, they said on Twitter, a lot of people are tweeting and asking if Veekee James's husband is a G go go go. Sorry, okay, I don't want to call that name. So right now, people have been, bastardizing the guy's name left, right, and center, and that happens to be because of the fact that Veekee James is putting him out there too much, okay? Now, the reason why a lot of people feel the need to talk down on this guy like this is because it's almost as if he doesn't have his own job or his own what he is doing. There's always something like, okay, watch me while I get ready and all of that, and the husband is there. And most times when you see the expression on the face of the husband, it's almost as though somebody is telling him what to do and all of that. And I think that the things that people say about this man has to do with that expression, for me, my own humble opinion. And, the whole thing, people expect that, okay, the marriage is over, he will go and be doing his own thing, and Veekee will be doing her own thing, and then not to sit there and Veekee's using him to create content and all of that. So, after Blessing CEO saw what was posted or what has been trending on Twitter or social media rather, Blessing CEO felt the need to come and give Veekee James a counsel. I do know because when I went to the comment section, I saw a place where somebody said, you are a failed person giving counsel. That was why I started by saying that. Good or bad, counsel can come from anybody, okay? So it doesn't matter. It's up to you to take it or not. But to be very honest, what Blessing CEO is saying this time is the truth. Now, Blessing said something. She said that you are watering down the pride of your husband. Literally, that was what she was saying, because you put your husband out there for too long. Like, social media has become a coven. People say things that they think. People say things that are bogus. People say things that are unfounded right there on social media. That the best thing a woman can do is to bring her husband out of social media. And that is true. Like me, there was a time where I used to put my husband out there, but today, even if you use on your meter to check, you will not see him anywhere again. And so, right now, Blessing is saying that on social media, people are always out there to attack you, especially if you're successful, especially if you're doing better than them and all of that. And not just on social media, the world in general. But then again, for you to put yourself in a safe place, if they cannot get to you, they definitely go after your husband. So basically, Blessing CEO is telling Veekee James to slow down with, showcasing her husband, all of that. Blessing CEO went ahead to say, Veekee James, I don't know who you they try to pepper, but this is not the way for you. What you're doing right now is going to be detrimental to you at the end of the day. And besides, you're making your husband too cheap. Like, he is everywhere. Everybody has something to say about this man. You are married, for crying out loud. The entire world knows you're married. Go ahead and hide your husband. Go ahead and put your husband. You don't have to overhide him, but the thing is that you're putting him out there. Wait for me while I dress. This. Do not use your husband to create content. You're using your husband. It's almost as if you have transformed yourself from a designer, a big one at that, to a content creator. And this is not to say it's bad for you to be a content creator, but this is to say you cannot get married just to use your husband to create content, which is exactly what you have been doing. And that is the reason why back to back they keep dragging your husband on social media. Now, Blessing CEO also went ahead to talk about the fact that during Chioma and Davido's wedding, she was expecting that, Veekee James would have been invited to make one of the attires that Chioma changed about 4 times, and different designers made those attires. But Veekee James was never called out. Like, she did not make any of those attires. For her, it was a leg back for Veekee James. The reason is because people are beginning to forget her craft, okay? People are beginning to forget that she is so gifted. The reason happens to be because right now she has decided to abandon her craft just to create content with her husband. And even though a lot of people did not necessarily agree with that, the reason happens to be because, I'm going to bring the reason in another video, okay? So this video doesn't get that long. But Blessing CEO thought that it was, okay to give her own 2 cents on this issue that, bringing your husband and using your husband to create content is something that is watering down the pride of Veekee James's husband, because people are beginning, the entire community of social media are beginning to see the man as, just that person, a goal, the goal, and all of that. That's all. That's the picture they are seeing of this man. And the reason why this is happening is because of the way Veekee James is portraying her husband. That is indeed a slap of Veekee James's face. And so what do you think about the counsel that Blessing CEO is giving? saying. And good or bad advice can come from anyone. I'm saying this because of those of you who think that Blessing CEO does not belong to the category of people who should give counsel. It's important to understand that good or bad advice can actually come from anyone. It's up to you to take what you want to take and leave what you do not want to take. What do you think? Please let me see your thoughts in the comment section. Appreciate you guys.